What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to a different perspective, y'all. We have another Clayton Jennings video. Y'all have been requesting these from me. Y'all been wanting me to do some more of his work. I absolutely love this man's spoken word videos, and this one is Jesus Is. So, Lord knows, times like this, we definitely need Jesus. We definitely need Jesus, and I'm saying that for those who are believers like myself. You know, you can believe in, whatever it is that you want to. I believe in what it is that I want to. And I definitely got to shout out to the big man, Jesus Christ, because Lord knows he did a number on me. And I am so grateful and so appreciative. And I'm just a better person for it. Just all around, all around. But anyway, we're about to check this out. I have no idea what I'm about to get into. I'm do my best not to cry. I feel like I cry whenever this man makes a video or whenever I react to some of his work. But I'm for real. I'm over crying. That is a feminine aspect. Not to say that there's anything wrong with it, but I don't ever want to cry again. I'm for real, y'all. I don't want to cry ever again. I've done enough crying in my lifetime. I'm good. I'm Gucci. So I'm about to, do my best to knuckle up and not cry. But y'all, real talk, I want y'all to send me more stuff to react to on this channel. Now that I'm in my new place, I'm almost got it situated, almost got it together. It's about 75% done. I want to do a lot more content on this channel, so much more. And a lot of it is going to be in the format of reactions so that we can have the dialogue to see their perspective and to, continue the dialogue from a different perspective or multiple different perspectives. So yeah, make sure y'all comment whatever it is that y'all want me to react to down in the description box, or should I say down in the comment section. And please try to stay away from music if we can. Let's just really talk, have dialogue. But yeah, we're about to get into this, man. This is Jesus Is spoken word. Y'all boys and girls ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
He is more than you could ever need. He's more than the eye could see. I don't deserve his love, but he's always been there for me. You see, Jesus met me when I was at my lowest.
Yeah.
And if you don't know Jesus, know this. He is the greatest example of generosity this world of greed has ever seen. Yeah. And when Jesus hit the scene, he changed the scenery and met diversity with serenity. If you're looking for peace, he offers plenty. Jesus was and Jesus will forever be king. And when the angels sing, they sing of the grace that was displayed for sinners like me. I can't explain.
I love the realness. You know what I'm saying? He's letting you know, and I'm talking about Clayton, that he's not perfect. He said for sinners like me. He letting it be known that he had a lot of work that needed to be done, and Jesus was the one that came into his life at the time where he needed it the most. A lot of times that's when we see, that's when we hear, that's when we feel the grace of Jesus Christ is in those times when we need it the most, when we're at our lowest low. That's exactly what it was for me. That's exactly what it was for me before I was crying out for help. But it wasn't until I was at the bottom of my pit that help started to be fulfilled.
Him, and I can't describe him, and if I could, he wouldn't be Jesus, because you can't explain eternity and you can't comprehend the galaxies, but it was the loving hands of Jesus who spun them into existence and created man, knowing he would go to the cross to pay our sentence. There was a certificate of judgment with a period after the sentence. And we were sentenced to death long before he said it is finished. He is a father to the orphan, a shelter for the homeless, a hiding place for the abused, and an anchor for our storms. He stormed the gates of hell and came out on top, and the power of his gospel cannot be stopped.
Nope.
Even when the world tries. They try a lot. He traded places with Barabbas and became the catalyst of missions across the world, covering every portion of the atlas. If you're in need of rest, I know of a mattress. If you don't know Jesus, your future is tragic, but he gladly embraced tragedy so we could live in his presence of majesty.
It said if you don't know Jesus, your future is tragic. Man, obviously there's the non-believers, there's people that have their own separate beliefs, and to each their own. But for those in this country, and I'm talking about America, that maybe just they don't have any type of guidance, they don't have any type of belief system externally outside of themselves. There's a lot of truth to that statement. If you don't have Jesus, your future might be doomed. It might be a tragedy. I mean, that was me. That was me. I wasn't a believer, and I didn't have anything to tie any type of belief to. I didn't have a belief system, and I most certainly didn't have one in myself, my future, anything. Had to turn that around. So especially during times like this, we're dealing with so much. We got an election where people are afraid.
His presence, and it's his presence that presents preciousness to a world of peasants. He is far from pretentious, but still loves those who are. He is the light of the world and hung the stars. He brings the dead to life and delivers life to the dead. He took a crown of thorns on his head so we could put crowns at his feet, and I can't wait until I get to kiss his feet that were nailed to a cross for me and for you and for every person around the world. He loves the world, and I love his word, because the word became flesh, and in his flesh he demonstrated the word to the world. He is an example to every boy and every girl. He is a lover of black people. He is a lover of white people. He is a lover of the unchurched and the assembly under the steeple. He doesn't see the believers' failures, but still takes time to celebrate their faithfulness. It's the power of the Spirit that enables us and gives us boldness when the world labels us. And if you want to label me, please call me a Jesus freak. And if that freaks you out, good. Because it's better to be good with God than to fight being misunderstood by a world that could never understand.
Woo! It's better to be good with God than to fight being misunderstood by a world that could never understand. Ain't that something? Ain't that something right there, boy? I'm with him on that 100%. I'd rather be good with God than to worry about anybody else and their misjudgment of me or lack of understanding of me and who I am. And that's exactly where I am right now. That is exactly where I am right now. Woo! see, it's a little watery right there. It's a little watery here. Tried not to shed it all the way. I had to, bring myself back in and not feel it on a negative level, but feel it on a completely positive one. Whew, man. And when I say feel on a negative level, I mean, obviously, I know me. I would, revert to past thoughts, and that would, spark a tear.
Whew. By a world that could never understand. So let it be understood that I don't worship man, we worship Jesus. And although he doesn't need us, he still sees us and pleads with us to run to the cross where he bled for us. His heart bleeds for us, his heart grieves for us, but still graciously grants us a pardon for our treason in a season where the world tries to explain away the work of the Spirit with human reasoning. There's a reason they can't. Because the Spirit is like the wind, and the wind cannot be seen. But loved is the one who believes without seeing the unseen. I'm telling you today that Jesus is something. Yeah. He's something more. He's something great. And if you want to know him, you don't have to wait. He stands at the narrow path with a key to the gate, and you only have to reach out and embrace his grace. I don't care who's president. I have the king who is always present. I don't care who holds musical celebrity.
You see, that's all right. And that's why I am not voting. I don't care who's president. I have the king who is always present. Now, I know some people will feel so strongly about that statement that he made and I just made. Like, yo, man, you should care. You should care. To some degree, I do. But unfortunately, right now, I can't pick a better of two evils. I refuse. That, to me, that would be settling for less than I want. I'd rather not choose than to choose the lesser of two evils. It doesn't sit right with me. I'd rather have better options.
The voice of the Lord will always be the sweetest melody. I don't care who owns the riches of the globe. My Jesus holds more wealth than one ruby on his robe. I don't care who is the strongest or the fastest. Nothing matches the creator of the universe and his immortal, infinite status. I don't care about religious leaders who died and stayed dead. I'll only worship the one who conquered death and wears a crown on his head.
Woo! I'll only worship the one that conquers death and wears a crown on his head. He said something about the ruby that Jesus had on his attire, and he talked about the level of wealth it had, or just the fact that it was a wealthy piece of ruby on his attire. And I want to go in depth on something I heard about that at a later time. But yeah.
Crown on his head. His name was Jesus, and I'm telling you, he's something. He was faithful yesterday, and he is faithful today.
Yes.
I can feel his presence whenever I pray.
That's
and
right.
when the time comes for me to fade away, I'll remember the day I heard him say, my name is Jesus.
That man know he be doing it, man. That man Clayton know he be doing it, man. Shout out to Clayton Jennings for another powerful piece. I loved it. I loved every moment of it. Like I said, I am a strong believer. I wouldn't be who I am, where I am, the man I am today if it wasn't in my more newly found belief in Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's the reason y'all watch me. It's the reason y'all are watching me today. But anyway, y'all know what time it is. You like this reaction, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. The link to the original will be down in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure you follow your boy on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.